Good morning, guys. My name is Rudo. I'm a full-time, quit your day jobs to stay at home and trade and invest in crypto. And this is the Trade for the Living podcast where I share what I buy, and give all the necessary information I think that I wish I had in the previous bull cycle to maximize the gains running into this. Firstly, just as a final reminder, I'm not a financial advisor. I know bullshit about any of those things. So I'm just sharing what I'm doing, and it's on you, and the risk lies in with you at the end of the day. Okay, so Bitcoin. Yesterday I explained to you guys that when you look at the weekly time frame, there's still a little bit of a problem. And the problem is that where we're at the moment is that we're in a sell zone, meaning that there will be a lot of chop in this area because we've got this long consolidation. And you can clearly see that on the weekly, although everybody is so blindly bullish at the moment, this guy including, okay, but TA is unbiased. Remember that's the key thing. But although I'm so blind, like I said, everybody's blind bullish, there's strong bearish divergence on the weekly time frame. Now, it is the second day of the week. There's still a lot more days in the week left for us to go and break through that range, okay, to invalidate the bearish setup, as well as if we break through that area for the RSI maybe to go and sweep that in. Now we can go through this high, 97, 100K perhaps, and still sell off. It doesn't mean that we won't come back down, but it just means that it kind of locks in that bullish momentum. Okay, so this was the higher time frame. And why? Because this is the mindset you need to have. Understand that there's a lot of chop. So now if you zoom into this area, I'm going to go daily time frame. Yesterday I explained there was nothing to be bearish about, okay? Nothing. We were sitting at high highs. So we had a little bit of a retrace and, there. Nothing to be bearish about. So what did we have? We had an insane yesterday. All-time high. A few hours later, all-time high. A few hours later, all-time high. And it's simple as that. So something to be excited about, something to understand, that this is the way the market's just going to keep on pushing up. So you have to be able to trade if you want to trade with momentum. And for your hodl bags, which is what I'm going to be dealing with this afternoon, holding for targets, for take profits, which in most of these cases is far from there at the moment. So we can still get that. Okay, so we can still push for a lot more before we need to be bearish. Now, moving into the trade for the living, which is the goal of today's stream, just to talk about what I do to trade for a living, okay? Where we look at now, Bitcoin on the 4-hour time frame, if I wanted to short the sucker, I would need to see some sort of a bearish thing. And there's nothing there yet again. So dialing this into the 15-minute time frame to try and see where we're at. I found that recently the 10-minute time frame is a little bit more accurate, meaning if I look at the charts and I map out divergences and things that I see and I apply my own strategies to them, the 10-hour gives me a different array of candles that gives me less failure. So stops don't get hit that often and. Whereas the 15-minute, although it's giving you same divergences in most cases, it's just a little messier at this stage. So I'm scaling into the 10-minute, and I would suggest that you guys look at the time frames you're trading to just kind of get that same feel. So where we're at now, it poses a big question because we banged in 89, we banged in 90 just, give or take a few dollars just a few minutes ago. And are we going to start getting range bound? Because that's the only time I would start switching and saying, okay, right, if we become range bound, then we might prepare for our dip. And remember, all of this is still within that sell territory, which means we can go right back down to say 80,000 and then we pump again. Okay, so just prepare for that. Just check for that. It's something we need to check. Another thing to keep in mind with these smaller time frames you want to be trading now is that, these triangle patterns and these trend lines, this is the part of the market where everybody gets to be right occasionally so that they can and will be wrong consistently. Meaning, for now, all these triangle patterns that you see, use them to your benefit because this is what your opponents will be looking at. So you can use them and you can say, well, if this is the case, Bitcoin will potentially bounce here because this is what retail is expecting. They're going to be looking at these kind of trend lines, expecting certain ways of the market's going to move. And the market's going to give them that because that's bringing in more money. So that's the positive on that. So just remember that kind of thing. Now, layering this with the buddy indicator, guys. I mean, if you look at the buddy indicator, and yet again, as I say, anybody that wants access, all you need to do is just open a Prime account, go to the Discord, and ask for access. Go to the navigation, and you can use either one of these buttons. And I will hook you up. Buddy indicator, if we look at that, if we look at Bitcoin at the moment, it was warning you, strong bearish divergence. Look for the SO1 strategy. In that, there's all the information that you would need to know what to do there, okay? And like always, there's always going to be a failure rate, but if the profit and the risk-reward ratio is beneficial, you're good and golden, okay? Gave you a long a little bit earlier, and it says hold, and it's not thrown any TPs in here. And at the moment, you can see it's about ready to try and look for another long. So give it some time. Let's see how it works. Once the candle closes, that gets locked in and it doesn't get removed ever again. So you can always load the indicator and go back and see what it did. It gave you 84. Okay. It gave you 81. Yes, there was a few scenarios where it failed. It looked for 81.9 the first time around. So these kind of things are true. Gave you the short, didn't enter on the long. So it didn't fill, didn't go into the purple lines between the candles. Sometimes it happens. So it's powerful tool, stuff that you can use to trade for a living daily. Okay. Now, this afternoon, I'm going to be quite aggressive with some of these altcoins. So I suggest you guys get ready and, prepare for this afternoon stream. Free up some time because there's a lot of these that I think is going to be flying real quick. Now, the one that I want to show you that I'm thinking that you guys need to keep an eye on is TON. I had a buy zone a little bit lower. So the argument was, I've got the wrong list loaded, or don't I? Let me just find I was on it as I went live. Just give me a sec. It's always the way it works, guys. As soon as you go live and there's the camera on you, that's there. So while I'm looking for that, let's got it. I've got it. Don't worry. Got it. So looking at this one, this is the structure that I just want to share with you guys for TON. Let's just load this here on this specific one. There we go. Okay, there. We're about to break out, hopefully, with the market being so bullish at the moment. TON is now at the resistance level. So your job is to look for a daily candle that opens and closes above that area, or a 4-hour candle. And then you can start considering or start looking for. Remember, bearish divergence is your friend. It's a bullish signal, okay? Then you can start looking for price to start moving into these gaps. So TON should start kicking up. Now, coins that did do well, let's go to the HODL, just as a reminder. All the coins that I highlighted for you guys in the last few weeks. Bitcoin Cash, buy zone, it's up like crazy. Okay. DOGE, buy zone, it's up like crazy. Okay. DOT has started to move. Okay. It's coming. All these coins, these were the ones that I was thinking is going to move really good. Phantom has moved really good. Okay. I've now purchased Celestia. I've sold some of those ones that's doubled my money. I've purchased Celestia. I've purchased OP. Okay. They're still early. They haven't moved. So we're going to be looking at ones that haven't moved yet. And we're going to be looking at ones that has moved so that we can free up capital on those to get in on the new ones. Because in some instances, those that have moved now, they will continue on pushing higher. But these other ones need to play catch up. So they will have their insane pump as well. That's going to give you the crazy multipliers. So just prepare for that. Okay. So that's for later this afternoon. Let's go to the comments. I just want to quickly see who we've got here. And then we're going to say goodbye. Guys, do me a solid. I sometimes ask this and so. Take the video. Share the link. Give me a like. Tell me whether this stuff is viable, useful for you guys. Comment. Give me a coin that you maybe think is going to pump something. I can have a look at it. I might not talk about it in the next stream, but if it's valuable, I will put my thoughts in with it and share it with the community so everybody can benefit. Okay. And let's see. I see Damon is here. Damon, let's just say hello, buddy. I'll read through what you have to say. Now, just for those that want to, Damon is working with Charlie 3, which is the Cardano article. And, so we'll be looking at that. I don't think it's the right time to buy it just yet. With all these things, like I said, and look, Damon, I'm heavily invested in the thing, and I'm telling guys don't buy, because this is me just being honest. Okay, just because it's now gone up, it still has not started to trend up. And what we're looking for from a purely trader, this is me trading for a living, not me shilling stuff onto you guys. At this stage, I would rather look at something that's already got the momentum, that's juicy. Having something, and this is just me, and Damon might be angry at me for saying this, but I won't buy it. If I didn't have any, I won't even look at this at the moment, because the attention is clearly with Cardano and the momentum's clearly there. And I'm not in the market to always try and get that. It would be amazing if the guy that bought that at a third of a cent, okay? But the end of the day, I would rather want to get the confirmation to know that the goods are there. And that's what we've been on about with all the coins that we've been sharing. The ones that I was looking at to go first, they were already locking in that. And that's what I do within the HODL report. For everybody that is in the Discord, this is the investment side, these HODL reports. It's just unbiased information about where I think the market's, what I will be buying now. I'm looking at the high risk buys, the medium, the low, and. It's a long video. If you want to take your portfolio serious and you really want to turn it, you need to put in the hours, my friends. You're not going to get this free cakes everywhere where you can just grab a little snippet and enjoy. That's the reality of what it is about trading. And, I would recommend you guys get yourselves in these areas. It's not that I don't want to put this out on YouTube for free. I literally can't do a 3-hour video on YouTube every day. It's simple. Okay. But there you have it. Let's see what else. Look, at the end of the day, I'm just going to trade for a living, and I'm going to invest for a living, and I'm just going to be honest about these things. I own lots of bags on Charlie. I own a lot of bags on Cardano Network because of my friend Damon. And he's a stand-up guy in that regards. But, when we're looking at your money and I'm looking at what I want to buy, I would just say, hang on a little bit. Let's wait for the market to not be a dream, but for for the main big picture. This is one candle. It's simple how one candle can change everybody's narrative. But here I could still sell people on a 52 and you would buy it. Now you would say bullshit. It's just a candle. Let's wait for a trend. A trend is a series of candles going up. Okay. Then we know. And then we can start putting more areas. Now, contrary to this, trading and investing, and this is me signing off, is not about being right. So you can do the wrong thing and still make money. So if you would want to plant a seed, I've given you guys a lot of plant a seed projects. Okay. If you want to plant a seed, you're more than welcome to do that. Meaning you take money that you would typically lose on a trade. So you can see this one wants to break up, but let's go back to BTC. I would typically on a 10-minute chart, if it allows me to load, okay. This is the setup I shared with everybody in the Discord. So that's a swing buy zone, the continuation. Okay, so it went there already. So everybody in the Discord, their order's already filled. And hopefully, this is now going to turn around and run. Fingers crossed. There's no guarantees in this. But the amount of money that you would have risked to getting this, say your trading capital is allowing you to risk $100 per trade or per trade event. Okay, take that and say, well, go and buy that. Simple. Plant a seed. Because if I'm correct, there's 8,000% to be made there. So you don't need a lot of money. Okay. Simple as that. Yes, guys, I'm trying to be honest, but I'm a bugger. I'm a frenemy. Just full disclosure. I'll take profit on your asses. Okay. The last time we were in the alt season and we were at the top, I took profit. Some of you guys didn't. We're honest with each other. I'm not going to hold a bag, and and when I'm in a project, I'm not going to hold it on behalf that it's going to go up because I still say it's going to go up. If it's in a TP zone, I'll take profit in your ass. We're frenemies. Okay, just remember that. So that's it. I'm going to call it a day. This is a long stream, 15 minutes. I'll be back in the afternoon. We'll look at more coins. Go check out Charlie Free, to be honest with you guys, not to shill it. It's the Oracle, so it's the link for Cardano. Okay, so it's what link is. And I want to dump my, yes, I'm going to wreck you guys if you're not taking, but the one thing I will do is I'll be pretty damn open about what I'm going to do when I'm going to do it. And if you feel like I'm wrong and you want to hold for longer, you're more than welcome to do so. That's why there is risk, and there's no guarantees in the game. But you got to take profits because it's the same profits. It's the guys that take profits on the projects when they do. It's the guys that help build the support levels for when they fall again. Because inevitably, anything, be it the best fundamental project or the shittiest fundamental project, they will all have a pump and they will all have a dump at some stage. And this, we call it price manipulation because we do not participate in that. It's because people took profit, but they still want to be in the project, so they buy back. That's your job. Okay. Have a lovely day, guys. Afternoon stream is there. And all the charts to what I shared with you guys, I will tweet them out today. So go check out my Twitter page. I need to start tweeting. I actually hate social media, to be honest with you guys. I grew up in a time where there wasn't social media. So I haven't been tweeting at all, but I will start pulling my weight, putting the charts in there. So go and have a look at that. And I'll make sure I get you there. Damon, you have a lovely day. It is, well, I don't know. It's almost it's past bedtime for you. It's like early morning again. So you're pulling an all-nighter. And for the rest of you guys, I'll see you there. I'll see you in the afternoon stream. 12 a.m. So, cheers, guys.
I'll keep hustling.
Subscribe now.